brilliant woman. So she's going to talk about social media tactics now that the market has shifted. So take it away, Kristi. You there?
Awesome. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Zoe. I'm going to just dive right into this and keep this at a clip today for everybody. So good to see you all. So we're talking social media today. I know we all care about it because we're here, and we care because we know that our sphere is on a variety of platforms. They're everywhere: Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, they're everywhere. The goal with social media is to be social. That is number one. But number two, it's to look active, because if you look inactive on social media, then consumers like me make really stupid assumptions. We assume you might not be active in the industry. So the idea is to look active, remain top of mind, and underscore your credibility in real estate with social media. And now let me give you a few obligatory statistics. Gotta always throw in the statistics. So TikTok was the #1 most downloaded app in 2021 and was the most downloaded app here in 2022. However, a new social media network is now disrupting things. There's always something. And that one's called Be Real. We'll save that for another class some other time. But anyway, the idea that here, though, is that short form video is where it's been and where it's at right now. The daily social media usage of internet users worldwide is 147 minutes per day. I don't know where everyone gets the time. And Zoe, I'm going to ask you, how many minutes a day do you think people like me are spending on Instagram Reels, just looking at them?
I would say about an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe's very smart. So that's right. It's about 53 minutes. That is how much time we just scroll through Instagram Reels. Not just Instagram, but specifically Reels. And so that's why you'll see a little bit of focus today on Instagram Reels. So the latest social media best practices, believe it or not, I'm going to start with LinkedIn. And I know you're thinking, really, we're talking about cutting edge social media and she's leading with LinkedIn. I am, because LinkedIn's domain authority is 98 out of 100. What does that mean? Well, that is basically a link-based metric that models how Google ranks websites. Bottom line, what it means is that if someone Googles you, which we're gonna do, we're all doing that more and more and more. If we Google you, your LinkedIn profile is going to show up on that first page of Google. Just will. And so people are going to see it when they're doing their due diligence on you. So a new feature that no one seems to know about on LinkedIn, and they were really lousy about promoting this, is something called a cover story. And essentially, it's just your profile picture that comes to life, and you can introduce yourself on your LinkedIn profile. It's kind of cool, actually. It's just 20 or 30 seconds, maybe 40 tops. You need to be in creator mode to do it. And you have to be on your phone to make the recording. It's super duper easy. It humanizes your LinkedIn profile. If you haven't looked at LinkedIn in years, this is the time to do it. Polish it up. Here's my little LinkedIn intro video that you see the moment you scroll over my photo. Hey, it's Kristi Kennelly. I am a marketing technology director for West. Prior to that, I was a national speaker for Realtor.com. Prior to that, I ran marketing for a couple different technology companies. Prior to that, I was a Broadway performer. But I was a nerdy, techie Broadway performer. Thank you so much for visiting my LinkedIn profile, and let me know if there's anything I can answer for you. Thanks so much. That's it. That's it. The way we do it, everybody, you download the LinkedIn app. So write that down if you're taking notes. Just make sure you've got the LinkedIn app on your phone or update it. And then you just tap on your picture and record the video. So you're seeing here that I get to view or edit mine because I've already made one. You'll see the opportunity to record yours, and it's just that easy. And that's a great quick polish up of your LinkedIn. All right. Next idea, valuing engagement. So I get asked almost every day, like, what are the tips and tricks to social media? There's not a lot of tricks, really. It's about being social. So half the battle of social media is engaging with people. And by that, I mean commenting on their stuff, liking their stuff, saving their stuff, sharing their stuff. Zoe is great at this, by the way.
I
Like
have no life. I have no life.
but it makes people feel so good and you feel seen. So when you show you care, it works for everybody, because this is a two-way street, and you'll see in a second. So what I do is I try to focus 5, and all I do is spend 5 minutes a day. That's it. When my kid is eating Cheerios, usually around 6:30 or 7 in the morning, I will spend 5 minutes and I will find 5 people and I will say 5 words or more to them and make them feel seen, say something special, not just great pick, right? This is a strategy from my friend Katie Lance. What happens is that attention is returned. If they see that you made a comment, chances are good they'll comment back or they'll like your comment. And now the algorithm's been activated. That person is likely going to see your next post. That's how it works. So engagement is prospecting. I know social media influencers who hardly post anything. They just comment and engage in conversation with people. And again, I'm only asking for 5 minutes because that's all I do. I'll never ask you guys to do things that I don't do. And so this sort of leads into this prime the well strategy that I just kind of hinted at. What I want you to do is try to post at the beginning of the week or beginning of the day. If you're posting a lot, beginning of the day or beginning of the week, and offer something more personal. Where'd you go? What'd you do? What'd your kids do? What'd your pet do? Did you have a great glass of wine? Did you find a new craft beer? Anything personal, that's going to get more engagement. Always. My personal stuff always gets more engagement. But then a couple days later, you post something more business oriented. And for you all, that might be a frequently asked question, a testimonial, someone that gave you a great review, a new listing, market insight. Just hearing about what's going on with the market is so helpful for people like me right now. So it's the give to get strategy. Social media gurus overcomplicate this. All I'm saying is personal content at the beginning of the week and then more business at the end of the week. Think of it like the reverse mullet, right? Personal at the beginning, business at the end. And if someone engages with you on that personal content, that's a signal to Instagram or the other platforms that that person might be interested in your next post. So you just kind of alternate and not overthink it. Hoping that makes sense and simplifies things for everybody. Because again, this stuff gets overcomplicated by a lot of people. Okay, next I get asked, well, what do I say? What do I do? I don't know what to post. Again, we're going to kind of think in terms of that personal and then business, but content is truly all around us. I know people say that all the time, but when you start really being aware of it, it does start to come to you, whether it's figuring out what you are repeating over and over again. That's content. I end up talking a lot about Google and Instagram and Reels and video strategies. So a lot of my tech tips are about those things. Are there stories that you tell often to make a point? Or did something happen last week with a client? And can you illustrate a point by telling that story? That's great content. Mostly, what I recommend you do is to watch how other people do it, because you do not have to come up with the most original idea ever. We put way too much pressure on ourselves, and we don't do video because we think I just don't have the idea. I just don't know what to do. Look at what other people are doing. The way you do it will make it authentic, will make it interesting, will make it funny, will make it credible, will make it whatever you are. I mean, this is why we're obsessed with how many productions of The Music Man or Gypsy are we going to see in our lifetime, right? It's about how that person delivers the content. That's what makes it unique. So don't get hung up on what original idea you have to have. You just don't. What is
Some
more,
of the easiest ways to improve
what is more important is just consistently delivering helpful information. Let's watch my friend Katie. She's in Houston. She does a great job of delivering. Nothing special here, just solid, helpful information.
Some of the easiest ways to improve the curb appeal on your property if you're thinking about selling would be to pressure wash the driveway and sidewalks, update your landscaping, clean all of your windows, and also paint or stain your front door.
That is not original, right? But it's totally okay. She did it. It was helpful. She's pleasant. She's smiling. She just delivers it consistently. And that volume helps to create a little bit of velocity when it comes to Instagram Reels. So take the pressure off of yourselves. Now, if you really are in need of, if you're saying, I just actually really need content, there are plenty of companies that do provide content. It's a little cookie cutter-ish, but that's, it's okay. I'd rather you, at least take a look at this stuff and experiment with it. So take a screenshot right now of these are different vendors that I like. Realtor.com's News and Insights, that's free. They have a team of over 20 people that do nothing but write for consumers about the real estate market. So get inspired by that content. Breakthroughbroker.com. They've got free posts ready to go. You just put in your name and logo, done. Agent Crate, not free, but very pretty. Very pretty posts. Keeping Current Matters, they've been around a while. They've got a new product that will help you do reels. They even give you a teleprompter and all of the graphic inserts that can go into a video. It's done automatically. You don't even have to edit. Pretty cool. Coffee and Contracts, they also emphasize reels and they provide you trending audio content, which is kind of funny and fun. Lab Coat Agents, they've been around forever. That's a membership. You'll get great content there. Or Paperless Agent, that's a membership. They basically they give you a platter of content for the month. And every month you rinse and repeat. Same thing with Elevate. They will also provide you content. So there are solutions out there if you need them. Nothing wrong with checking those out. Okay, now I'm going to focus a bit more on video and social media, and the biggest do of them all, the biggest do with regard to video, you got to make the first 3 seconds compelling. And I know this from my own experience. I know this because I watch a bajillion videos every day. The first 3 seconds have to be interesting, compelling, because that value is established within the first 3 seconds. Facebook did a study. They found out that if people watch at least 3 seconds of a video, half of the audience will stick around and watch the next 30 seconds. That's how important this is. This is what helps trigger the algorithm to work in your favor when people hang out for longer than 3 seconds. So let me just show you. This is more of a YouTube example, what you're going to see here, but this strategy kind of applies with vertical or horizontal video on nearly every social platform. Here we go. Oh, you know what's important in the first 3 seconds of a video? The first 3 seconds of a video is Tech Tip Tuesday. So Facebook figured out that if people watch 3 seconds of a video, and I got you all. I know you watched 3 seconds of that. I know you did. And so I know I got you for the next 30. And then I know that video is going to probably perform well, especially on Reels, that can catch fire pretty quickly on Reels. So what does this mean ultimately? We don't have time for a long introduction. Don't do it. Don't take the time to say, hi, this is Kristi Kennelly. episode 903 or, whatever, right? We're done. You got to get to want to know what's going on with this crazy market. Here we go. I mean, it can be that simple. And then you talk about what's going on with the market. Say what your topic is about and then deliver on it. And you guys will be golden. Okay, so this new stuff, Reels, I know I've talked to you all about Reels in previous classes. Just a reminder, what are they? 15 to 90-second videos that can incorporate music. Music is a big part of Reels on Instagram. They love their music library. It can include multiple video clips, which makes this awesome for showing off properties. And it can include some trending audio. I'll be honest, I have done the trending audio. It's fun. Anyway, what's the big deal? Well, Instagram is pushing Reels to compete with TikTok. They are such rivals. Everyone's scared to death of TikTok. Even YouTube is now scared of TikTok, and YouTube is doing short form vertical video called Shorts. Anyway, who benefits from all of these rivalries? Well, creators, people like you and me. If we make videos, if we make content, we benefit right now. There is a window of opportunity right now before this is monetized like crazy. Let's take advantage of this window where we can get organic views in front of and put ourselves in front of new people. This is the way to do it right now. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about 6 months from now, but right now, this is where it's at. How do you get started? I know I've talked a bit about this before. Property tours are an easy way to go. I'm going to show you a great trick that I shared with some of you last week for property tours, and then just answering frequently asked questions. It can be this simple to get started. The equipment you need is your phone. That's it. Do not get hung up on, but I don't have the ring light and I don't have the desk tripod like in that picture. I do that because I'm in a dark room and it echoes. So I've done that. You don't need to do this. Your arm is actually the perfect length for your phone to pick up proper audio when you're speaking to your phone. It works just fine. So we use our phone, and then how do you do it? I prefer you all work with me individually because I will take you through step by step on your phone of how to do this properly, how to layer in music and captions, all the fun little steps. We're going to get it done in about 5 to 10 minutes, because if you spend more than 5 to 10 minutes making a video and more than 5 minutes distributing it, then I have not done my job, because I do not want you all to become video editors. That is not what we are after here. We are after this to be a quick process and efficient and effective. So we hit the plus sign, we hit reel. And again, I would take you through this one-on-one. We decide what type of video we're going to make, whether I'm going to talk on camera, or maybe I'm doing a property tour, or maybe I'm just going to use footage from my phone. I make the decision and I start to make the reel. Again, there are some steps that I want to cover with you one-on-one that include music and captions and some fun things that when you use the tools that Instagram gives you, they reward you with views. That is how it works. For those of you already doing Reels, an advanced tip, please consider repurposing them for other platforms. And what I mean by that is I want you to download your video to your phone before you add Instagram's music. So let's say we're doing a video about interest rates and what we think may or may not happen based on what Marty told us today. Awesome. Make the video, save it to your phone, because at that point, we have it on the phone to put to other platforms. Now I finish it up on Instagram and I add Instagram's music. And then I'm going to go over to TikTok and I'm going to use TikTok's music. And then I'm going to go over to YouTube and I'm going to upload it. And I may use YouTube's music, maybe not. Then I'm going to go over to Facebook and I'm going to load it up as a reel and use Facebook's music. Facebook's music is likely the same as Instagram. Sometimes there's some differences, but we just use the tools that each platform offers and it makes them happy. Then I might put that video up on LinkedIn, no music. I might even put it on my Google business page if it's short enough, under 75 megabytes. So you're seeing Glenda Baker right here. She is the queen of TikTok and Instagram for real estate. The queen, and the queen does this. The same video that you see on Instagram is also parked on TikTok and YouTube and other places. So repurpose. Let's work smarter, not harder. 5 or 10 minutes to make the video, 5 minutes getting it to all the places. Done. Out. We are not editing and spending more time on it than that. Okay. Speaking of saving time, this is my absolute favorite social media do. It's called Use Templates. This was made available about a month ago on Instagram, and this is so time efficient, and it's actually a little bit fun. So what am I talking about? Let's say you find a cool video. Maybe it's a listing video. Maybe it's some person's video that's just edited really well to the music. Save yourself the trouble. Let's use the template and basically mimic this video. So let me explain this. Let me show you this video. There might be a little lag, but you'll get the idea that it's really well timed to the music. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you guys generally get the idea. There was a little lag on Zoom, but that was perfectly edited to 1, 2, 3, 4, pan, and then a pan, and then a zoom in. Oh, I just sang,
Yes,
and
you
I don't
did.
even know what just happened just now. I lost my mind a little bit. All right, but let's use the template of that Instagram reel, because someone else spent probably an hour or two figuring out 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of those edits. We don't have to. You tap on Use Template, and then from there, oops, let me see. Yep, there we go. From there, Instagram is going to pull in the music and placeholders for you to upload either your video clips or your images with the exact timing. It's done for you. Glory, hallelujah, right? So does every video on Instagram have this feature? No, it's videos that have been edited within Instagram. Now Instagram's making that template available to you. So awesome. I'll give you a place to go to look at some templates in just a minute. But here, that was cool music. That music was in House of Gucci, which was really cool. And that property that we're looking at is really cool. Here's what's not cool is me and my family at the La Brea tar pits. But I can prove the point here. Within a minute or less, I take the template, I put in my pictures. Better if you put in video, way better if you put in video, but it works even with pictures. And now I have the cool music and the edits already done for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys get the idea. So let me go back there. So imagine, if you will, how you can create really cool property tours. Get the proper permission you need to get from the listing agent, but now you're making cool property tours and showing off your activity, that you're active in real estate, with spending less than 5 minutes. No one needs to know. This is only taking 2 minutes of your day. Where do we get the templates, you might ask? You go to @use_template. That's a nice little Instagram account that provides you some existing templates. Also, just start following listing agents that are doing great listing videos, and they're clearly paying a videographer or an editor to help them out. Start following them and getting those templates. You can also work with me one-on-one, and I've got a couple other accounts that we can borrow from. It's Totally fine. Instagram is allowing this. Yay. Let's take advantage of it. Okay. Next, having a call to action. In marketing, we call this a CTA, a call to action. I see people make this mistake often. And all I'm asking you all to consider is try to not just end your video or just end a post. Try to tell the audience to do something. And it doesn't have to be a hard sell. It doesn't have to be, so call me immediately, or, call me today. It doesn't have to be that. It can be very soft, and it can be as simple as share this to your story if you enjoyed it, or tag a friend if you think that this would be beneficial to them, or let me know what you think in the comments below. Or DM me if you have further questions, or the famous, visit the link in my bio for more. Aha. Let's just dig into visit the link in my bio. Some of you may not be aware that on Instagram, you only get one link, which most people use that space, that field, to link to their website. And that's fine. The problem is people bounce off of the first page of a website most of the time. If you use a link in bio tool, first of all, they're free. They make for a really lovely bridge between Instagram and ultimately someplace where someone wants to connect with you more. So I'm showing you on the right-hand side an example of a link in bio tool. It is essentially a free mobile-friendly mini website. So if you're taking notes, a free mobile-friendly mini website that acts as a bridge. Let me show you in action. This is my friend Sophia, who I've been coaching up. And she did a reel. It's one of her first ones. She was a little bit nervous, but she did it. And then she tied everything together with her link in bio tool, and then ultimately a lead capture tool. So watch how this goes. Let's watch her video, listen for the call to action. We link to her link in bio, and she sends me to a lead capture environment. This is all going to make sense, and all that corporate jargon will go away. Here we go.
Do you know how much equity your current home has? So even if you're not currently thinking of selling your house, it's always a really good idea to keep an eye on the market values in your area. So I have a really cool website that is free for you, where you can get a monthly update. You can see what your home is worth, see what's going on in your area, in case you do want to sell, or maybe you want to refinance, get some money, do some upgrades. It's always good to know. So if you're curious about what's going on in your market and you want to get monthly updates, go ahead and you can sign up through the link in my bio, or you can DM me and I'll send you the link so you can sign up on your own.
Cool. I promise she was not in my office doing that. I just realized she's got the same wall that I have, the same blue wall. All right. Did you hear? Sign up through the link in my bio, or DM me if you have questions. Okay, sign up through the link in my bio. I'm going to go to her bio, link in bio. There it is. I click on it. There it is. It's at the very top of the page. Is find out what your home is worth. I click on that. That takes me to a HomeBot lead capture page where I plugged in my address of where I live. And now I do get these monthly digests from Sophia, and it is a cool website. Now, some people love HomeBot, some people don't. That's entirely up to you guys. But HomeBot does deliver to me a report on the current value of my home and my equity options. And if I disagree with the home value, Sophia will be alerted. What's interesting is they have a less than 1% unsubscribe rate. So I don't work for HomeBot, but if you're interested in checking them out, that's homebot.ai. And it's a great little lead capture tool. But that's just an example of how we use Instagram Reels, a link in bio tool, and we drive people to a place where we can then capture their information. And now you've got first party data. You've got my information, which is a lot more powerful than relying on social media. Ooh, so I just kind of came full circle on a lot of this, right? Full circle. Okay. Rounding third here, everybody, setting up your Google business profile. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. If you haven't met with me, feel free to do so. We can set up your Google business profile. It's not social media, but we treat it like social media, because once it's set up, I want you to feed it pictures and videos, just like you would to Facebook and Instagram, etc. And so when you Google yourself, if there's a blank space, let's see if we can claim your profile. It's getting harder to do these days, but we can make the attempt and try to claim your Google business profile so that when a consumer Googles you, that shows up on the front page of Google. And mostly I just want you setting that up and feeding it. Once it's set up, feed it like social media, feed it with pictures, feed it with video, etc. But let's move on to, this doesn't all have to be about business, everybody. I know it's been very businessy today, but I had someone who I was coaching who said, I want to highlight a neighborhood business. I want to highlight a restaurant. And you all remember watching speakers in years past, and they'd say, you got to do these community videos, and you need to set up a videographer and then do a pre-production meeting, and then you need multiple microphones, and you do the interview, and then you're going to edit it and hire someone to do that. My eyes would roll back in my head of like, no one's doing that. That's just not scalable. So I told Jerry in this example, I said, great. I want you to just film your experience, add the music, add captions, and then I want you to tag or collaborate with the restaurant on Instagram. So we did, and he got over 9,000 views within about 24 to 48 hours. Super fun. And you'll see that all Jerry did was have a drink. So let me show you this video.
I'm heading to the brand new Raphael's restaurant in San Pedro. I love these guys. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so Jerry's just walking in from two weird angles, but whatever. I don't care. And he bellies up to the bar. And I'm not gonna lie, it's afternoon, but that looks good. It's only 12:07. Then he gave his phone to the manager, and the manager filmed the chef making his dinner. Jerry's still at the bar drinking. And then basically dinner is served, full restaurant, and then Jerry's brand, which he snuck that in at the end. I was so proud of him. It's like, well done, sneaking in the brand. It's just like a little kiss at the end. So he ended up tagging the Raffaellos. You could also collaborate with a small business. That just involves them accepting an invitation to collaborate. It's no big deal, but that gets your video out to their audience. So we're not dealing with videographers and editors and pre-production and writing an interview and none of that. None of that. We make it way, way easier with Instagram Reels. Last cutting edge tactic, and then I promise I'll get you guys out for your day. Last cutting edge tactic is something called remixing. And that sounds fancy. Is that some editing term? No, not in this case. A remix on Instagram is basically reacting to someone else. That's all it means. We're not remixing audio or doing something fancy. It's kind of a dumb term for what this is. It's reacting. And the kids have been doing this forever, by the way. They have been reacting to each other on YouTube forever. So Instagram has now offered this little tool. So let me show you how I reacted to my friend Katie. That's the person who I got one of our very first tech tips from. I react to Katie because I didn't feel like making content this day. I just said, I'll react to someone else. So let me show you the video, and then I'll show you how easy this is to do. Here we go.
Here's the good news. You don't have to be everywhere on social media. I know it can feel really tempting, especially if you're using social media for real estate, to feel like I have to be on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and LinkedIn and Twitter and Pinterest and everywhere. You don't. So I encourage you to think about, where do you enjoy spending time? What brings you joy? And number two, where are your clients hanging out? If you're not sure, ask them. You might send them an email and say, hey, we're working on serving you better in 2022, and I would love to hear from you. Where are you spending time? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, none of the above. Spend time where your clients are. And remember, you don't have to be all things to all people.
You don't have to be all things to all people. I love it. So instead of creating my own content, I just reacted to Katie, and this is how easy it is to do. I just tap on the little 3 dots. I liked her video when I saw it. It was sort of a relief. I tap on the 3 dots. I tap on remix this reel. Katie has allowed for remixing to happen. And then I hit record. That's
Pretty
it.
simple. Pretty simple.
That's it. Now, how long is this going to last? This is Instagram trying something new once again, and yay, it's so simple to do. It's worth a try. Now, who do you remix to? Gosh, you could remix to each other. You could remix to agents in other markets and work on establishing relationships with them and referrals from them. They'll be notified when you do this. So it's kind of a win-win. And last but not least, well, you know what, before I do the last but not least, remix is new. Just a prediction from me, everybody. I think Instagram is going to look to rip off Be Real, which is a new social media network. So keep an eye out for something that has to do with capturing whatever you're doing in the moment, hence being real with a dual camera. That feature, I predict, will be coming out with Instagram. Last but not least, it is not too late to start. If some of you are feeling like, when is this going to end? I get it. But what's kind of interesting is with Reels and TikTok, it's like a big reset button has been depressed. It's every video for itself. It's a level playing field. Your views are not dependent on your follower count. Anyone can go viral. It happened to me. It was weird, but it happened to me. I don't know if that's not your goal necessarily. I think your goal is to create some momentum, continue to be in front of your sphere, looking active. Good content will usually always win, especially if you incorporate some of the best practices from today, like keeping it pretty snappy in the first 3 seconds, or using a template that keeps it snappy in the first 3 seconds. So it's not too late to start. You get to jump in, and people aren't necessarily way ahead of you. And just a little testimonial for myself, I guess. This is a little weird, but this is Brandon, who I've been coaching up a little bit. He was repurposing some old YouTube videos onto Reels, and I said, no, we got to get that camera vertical. We got to get you using music properly and captions properly and all the things that only take 5 or 10 minutes. Do the same content, but do it this way. And he went from 53 views. The next video, doing all the right things, got him over 2,000 views. So it works when we use Instagram's tools natively, and I can show you how to do that. Okie dokie. So if you want to take a quick screenshot of this, this is everything we just talked about today. I won't go through that big review, but that is all of the do's for the most part, couple of don'ts. And just to remind you all, I think most of you are aware of this, but I can do the one-on-ones. There is no cost for that. I am here to help you grow your business. When you grow your business, everybody wins. I am with West, sister company to WFG. We are a separate sister company to WFG. If you'd like a one-on-one, if you haven't done it yet, don't be afraid. They're fun. You could just scan this QR code because my name is difficult to spell. But if you can always email me at kkennelly@poweredbywest.com, but that's a disaster to spell out. Just scan this QR code right now with your phone. You just get your phone on and your camera up, put the camera on this QR code. It will send me an email. Just tap send. It'll send me an email and I'll get you scheduled. You can always reach out to Zoe as well. Zoe knows where I am.
Every minute of every day.
which is okay. Like I'm okay with that. It's become totally okay. And so with that, I know I went fast, everybody. I just wanted to be respectful of your time. Questions, comments, anything before Anthony, I'll let you wrap up.
I mean, every time you teach, I take notes, I write things down. You're always so relevant and on top of things. Thank you so much for coming back again and bringing us new information that's relevant today. We look forward to our partnership with you, continuing and having many more classes. And I hope some of the agents do reach out to you to set up some one-on-one appointments.
It's true.